Okay, good morning. Good morning. Friday, let's catch up. Okay, good morning. It is Friday. Let's catch up with what is actually going on because there's always something going on. Okay, but we want to make sure that we're covering the most important news. Yeah, 89 policy actions up to date. Oh Lord, we have a lot to talk about. I want to talk about. Let me pull up those pages so we can get started. Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, okay, I don't even know where to start. By the way. Okay. Yeah. Where do we start? Where do we start? Hello, how are you? Good morning, Mike Jensen. How are you? How are you feeling this lovely Friday? This is the end of the week. Okay, we survived the first week of Trump administration, and we survived the second week of the Trump administration. And tomorrow is February 1st, so we actually made it. Good morning. Good morning. Good. Nice to hear that. And tomorrow is February 1st, so we actually made it alive. It was tough, but we made it. That's good news. Um, Good morning. Good morning. Yes, let's get right into it. What's going on? The first news is that TPS is canceled for, at least for now, we know Venezuela. TPS is canceled for Venezuela. Let me share my screen, okay? Yeah, it is canceled. We're gonna see a lot of canceling of stuff, but let's start here first. Okay, DHS secretary. Okay, DHS secretary vacates extension of temporary protected status TPS for Venezuela. No more TPS for Venezuela. They cannot renew it. Once, if you're from Venezuela, once your TPS expires, it's over. You become unlawfully present. If you have a valid claim of asylum, this is the time to file for one. It's going to be challenging, but if you have a valid claim, asylum is still law. You can still file for it, okay? Yeah, that's just what you can do. Or if you getting married to a U.S. citizen, this is the time to do it. Humanitarian type of visas. If you're a victim of a crime, that U visa, T visa. If you've been wronged by the employer, and then marriage to a U.S. citizen, and then asylum. If you have a valid claim for asylum, that's the time to do it because this TPS is gone. Okay, it is done. Secretary of Homeland Security Christy Noem vacated the January 10, 2025 decision of former Secretary Mayorga to extend the 2023 TPS designation for Venezuela. Under the vacated extension, eligible Venezuela beneficiaries who wanted to extend their status to October 2026, whether they initially registered for TPS under March 9, 2021 TPS or the October 2022 designation, will have to register from January through September 2025. That's it. So that's it. It's going to expire on September 2025. The general extension determination also automatically extended until, so because it has been, yeah, actually not in September. Sorry, it's going to expire in April. Sorry, my bad. It's expiring on April 2nd, 2025. So that's it. Again, what exactly can a person do? If you have a valid claim for asylum, you file it. Asylum is still law. If you're a victim of a crime, qualifying crime, of course, U visa, victim of human trafficking, that's T visa, marriage to a US citizen, you can still do it. Those are the options, those 4 options. If you need a consultation based on that, just schedule it. Consultation link is in the description box. That's the first news. TPS is gone. So what about other people TPS? Other people TPS is under review. Remember the secure our border, protect the American people executive order saying that they are directing DHS to review TPS for all countries to find out who can still be on TPS, which country can still be on TPS, and which country they can renew, or they're just gonna let it lapse and be done with it. So yeah, we don't know yet, but at least we know for Venezuela it's gone. Okay, moving on to the second news. What's this? Yeah, you know that they did cancel those pro bono representation. Acting director reinstated Trump memo on pro bono representation. They did cancel it. Now they're reinstating it. Not sure. Okay, hold on. Acting director on pro bono representation resenting and reinstating this memo, the one of 2021. The acting director criticized this 2021 memo and because no reason was given for the rescission and none is readily apparent. Further explained that in light of current executive branch policy, retaining this one is inappropriate. Okay. Updated guidance on pro bono legal services practices, including before the Immigration Court and BIA, the pro bono community for not representing case before hearing, unfair immigration-related employment practice, to be placed emphasis on facilitating more pro bono services and present for complainants and such. Yeah, so pro bono service, let's see, which they're resenting this one. Okay. Yeah, cancellation. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, is reinstated. Oh, okay, they're going back, right? Yeah, this is bad. If they're gonna get rid of pro bono representation, that's really bad. Looks like they are reinstating it. I'm gonna go back to it later. The language is kind of confusing for me at this point. I'm gonna go back to it later. Okay, so second news, the second news is that DHS announcement on President Trump signing Laken-Riley Act into law. It's law now. Remember, I made a very detailed slide on what is the Riley Act, law, who's the target, what's gonna happen. You should go and check it out on my IG website, IG page, whatever, IG website. Okay, so they sign it. It's law now. Anybody who, let me just pull it and see. Let me just pull it in so I can tell you exactly what it says. IG. Yeah, I'll go back to that pro bono representation later. I need to, yeah, this is my IG. Okay, so 3 things you need to know about this Lake and Wiley Act. First of all, mandatory detention. The bill requires the Department of Homeland Security to detain undocumented people who are charged with, arrested for, or convicted of any theft-related offense, even if it's minor offense. Mandatory detention and deportation. That's it. This is really bad because normally you get arrested, released on bond, especially if it's a small crime, and then defend yourself. But now it's a mandatory detention that can lead to deportation. That's it. So, right to sue. The bill gives the state attorney general the right to sue the Secretary of Homeland Security or the Attorney General to enforce the bill's provision. If they don't do it, the state has the right to sue DHS. So they have to go with mandatory detention. Okay. And then third thing, lastly, this bill forbids the Secretary of State from granting visa to citizens of countries that refuse to accept the return of their national who have been deported from the United. We saw it with Colombia. If people have been returned to their country and their country refused to take their people, what's going to happen is the United States will not issue visa to the nationals of those countries. That's it. It's law now. Okay. Okay. What can you do? Charged with, arrested. You need to talk to a lawyer. Okay. Let's recap: mandatory detention, right to sue, prohibiting visa, and then call to action. So this is. I'm gonna stop sharing here so I can take some questions. That's why you need to follow me on all platforms, because sometimes I just put details, especially on my IG. If you really go all the way down from the beginning of my IG, you will see that a lot of slides pretty much breaking down each point, even those green card petition-based, employment-based petitions. I mean, you can just get your own free consultation on my IG. Yeah. You just start from the beginning when I started to post those those slides and information, so you get a lot from it. Even if I'm not here live, you can always go there and get information there. So that's why I always say follow me on all those platforms, because you don't know where I'm going to post something that can be beneficial for you or your family member, or somebody that you know. Okay, let's take questions first. Let's take questions, then we're gonna go back to those news. Any questions? Nobody has a question. Nobody has a question. Can you actually hear me? How come I don't see questions? We got 33 people in the house. Please like, please share, so we can move on to the next live session. We have to go to the next, sorry, not live session, next news. If you have a question, please put it in the comment. I have one. Just please put it in the comment. Chakua, Mbowa, Grace, put it in the comment, please. Hello, Muhammad. Good morning. The average for, okay. Yeah, if you have a question, please put it in the comment. As we're moving with those news, I only broke 2 news late. like as so far, only 2 news. So I have a lot of news. I have to go back to the pro bono representation because I didn't really understand what they're trying, because they cancel it. I don't know if they reinstate it, what they're talking about. How long it takes for a green card based on asylum. Okay. Let's just double check here, right? Processing time. Processing time, green card based on asylum granted. What it says on the web page based on the grant of asylum of it. It says here 80% of cases are completed within 15 months and a half. 15 months and a half. Okay, that's the average. Okay, 15 months and a half. That's what it says. Okay. What is the procedure to join a motion with BIA? Is to basically you file a motion with ICE. You don't join with BIA, you just join with ICE, and if ICE agree, then you file it with BIA. So you write your motion, you send it to ICE, and hope they agree to join. And then once they sign on it, then you file it with BIA. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it on your own. You really need a lawyer for that. Okay. What happened if it gets granted? If it gets granted, then joint motion to reopen and dismiss. If you get granted, it means that they're terminating your removal, like the judge has signed the order terminating your removal. Then you take that paper that will be sent to you. Then you file your adjustment of status with USCIS. If you qualify for it, let's say you have I-130 approved. So at that point, you get your green card application and all the required supplemental forms. Then you file it with USCIS along with that order terminating your removal. That's the next step. Simply start times are coming. Yes, that's really disturbing. At least, you know. Let me stop here. Oh my gosh, I don't see. Okay. Yeah, IG. I don't see. Okay, nobody's here on IG. Okay. That's do you have a bona fide? Kelvin Matobula, do you already have your bona fide determination letter and your work permit? If you have a bona fide determination letter and your work permit based on U visa pending, then yes, that could protect you from deportation. If you don't have it, and then you have, like, let's say order of removal, then that's up to us to decide. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, then start from the date they receive it. The date they actually says on your, you have to check your receipt notice, right? That's when you start counting. Yeah, case affected. Can a VAWA case affect the defense? What do you mean? Sam, I'm not sure I understand your question. What is the average time to prepare and submit this document? Like my time to prepare and submit a VAWA case, 2 weeks. So I approved. No, if you file a joint motion to terminate removal proceedings, what's gonna happen? The judge is gonna terminate removal proceedings. That's it. And then you take that order and then you file yourself with USCIS. But if you're filing a motion to reopen, you don't say terminate, but you just file a simple motion to reopen a case. I don't know, based on what you reopen in the case. Let's say you reopen the case so you can adjust status, and then you send the application for adjustment of status with BIA. What's going to happen? They're going to remand the case back to the immigration court. But if you're filing a motion to terminate removal proceedings, it's going to be, if it's a joint motion to dismiss or terminate, it's going to be terminate. That's it. And you're going to take that motion along with your complete application. Then you file it with USCIS. Oh, you have a work permit through order of supervision, okay, and then you have a pending U visa. That I think you should be fine, because what do you have any criminal record? What happened? I have clients too in Texas, from all places, Texas, under order of supervision, and they just checked in last week with ICE. And they returned home. Nothing happened to them because they don't have any criminal record. But we have somebody in Virginia that went to check in with ICE, but because they have order of supervision, of course, you have to check in. But because they have a criminal record, they were detained. They're still detained. So if you don't have any criminal record, you have U visa pending, release under order of supervision. If you go check with ICE, you, depending on which area, to be honest, you should be fine, I think. Defendant. I don't understand. I still don't understand the question. Why would, like, how it's going to affect the citizenship? When a person files for VAWA, if they have a valid claim, the VAWA get approved. So they don't go after the abuser, because they don't even know that this person filed for VAWA. Yeah. Oh, the consequences of the person accused for violence in a VAWA case. Like the abuser, not the person that is claiming that this other person abused me. I don't know, because I've never dealt with the other person, because we're filing VAWA, and then the way VAWA works, they are not going to disclose those things to the other person. But if a lot of people are filing VAWA under that person, then they can investigate that person and see what's going on, you know, because abuse is abuse. At some point, they can investigate that person to find out what's going on. And that's how they find out too that those VAWA claims are not, they're pretty much like lies. If they investigate on the abuser and they find out that it's not correct. So no criminal record. Yeah, I think you should be fine. Because really what they're trying to do, it's case by case basis. They're trying to get into first the people with criminal records, and then the people with recent arrivals that haven't been here for long, less than 2 years. Then they go after people with existing order of removal. But when it comes to people with existing order of removal, it's case by case. They have to look at the totality of circumstances. Otherwise, they're wasting their resources. Because if somebody has a EU visa, that person's pending, they're going to be fighting with them in court, and it's just going to take their time. 4 years ago, yeah, EU visa is taking forever. Yeah, I just try to correct it again. Because sometimes they'll say they correct, they don't. You just keep trying to correct it until you're going to get it right. Especially if it's a major mistake. You don't want to leave it like that. Just keep trying to correct it. Okay, so I wanted to go back to the another news. Let me see. Mass deportation, of course, they have to arrest at least 15 or 75 people a day. Otherwise, they might lose their job. So they're really going after mass deportation. That's why you have to have your documents, know your rights, basically. You have to have your documents with you, your valid work permit, so that they don't get confused. Because sometimes they get confused. They retain you while you waste your time and you stay in detention, and you waste money too. So you have to have your document with you. Let me see what else. Yeah, I want to talk about the pro bono. Yeah, refugee admission, we know that has already been suspended. Talk about this pro bono thing. Yeah, this is really bad. This is really bad. Okay, we have 89 policy actions as of today. Yeah. This is crazy. A lot is going on. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, they're going to be enforcing actions in court area, like deportation in court area, and everything that was going on under Trump 1.0 is pretty much the same thing that's going on under Trump 2.0, even not worse. Yeah. So that's exactly what's going on. So Let's see who has a question here. Let me see. I want to put some light here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can still use it, but you know, it's something that you have to make sure that it eventually gets corrected. Um, are you I-130? Is it the I-130 for um family, like marriage? I mean, legal status when I return to US on advance parole. No, 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 no. That's not. Yeah, kids hot. That no, it's not gonna work. So prior to leaving the United States, which status were you in? Prior to leaving the United States, which status were you in? You have to go with when you enter the United States on what type of visa, what status you were, how long you stay unlawfully present. If it's not marriage, immediate family member, it's not gonna work. Even if you went out and came back, no, it's not gonna work. Hi, how are you? Above and beyond. Wow. How are you? How are you feeling? We're just answering questions. A lot's going on, but I'm focusing on only three stuff. Uh, so yeah. Thanks for keeping us informed. You're welcome. Father Salom delayed lawsuit 2 months ago to and got interview scheduled a month and approved in 10 days. Yes, that's good. That's what lawsuit does, right? Yes. At least they call you for the interview and at least you got it. Yep, that's good for you. Good for you. You know how to get things moving. You're not sleeping on your case. Pending asylum, no, it's not gonna work. Kids heart. It has to be immediate family member to forgive previous unlawful presence. Yeah, you can make those arguments, but it's just like a waste of money. Very powerful. Yeah, of course. That's what lawsuit does. It solves problems. I keep telling people, yeah, you should do it if you feel like you've been wrong, you know. You can do consular processing if you have I-601A approved waiver of unlawful presence. It has to be approved first prior to you to do the consular processing. Um, if you don't, if it's not approved, that even consular processing is not going to work. So you're welcome. You're welcome. By the way, please like, please share. Kids Heart. Please like, please share. Okay. Please be liking and sharing. We are here to talk about the latest immigration news. We only mentioned 3 news. TPS canceled for Venezuela. Other people, TPS is being reviewed. Then we have the Riley Act is law. Anybody who has been accused, undocumented person who's accused of any related theft crime, mandatory detention. That's it. It's like detention and deportation. So even those minor crimes, such as shoplifting, now it's law. So then we have mass deportation quotas. So they have to uh, detain at least 75% per field office. So if not, they're going to lose their job. So that's why you need to know your rights. The right to remain silent, the right to an attorney. And you have to have your documents with you, such as if you have a valid work permit, you have to have it on you. You have your green card, you have to have it on you. As a matter of fact, if you don't have your green card on you, you can pay a fine. It's pretty much like a offense. If you know you don't have your green card with you, yeah, gotta have it with you. Especially in then you used to not care, but in this environment, you have to have it. If you don't have any of those things, but you've been here for more than 2 years, you have to have a document that shows that you've been here for more than 2 years, so they don't just put you into expedite removal. And no, yeah, know your rights, okay? Just know them. Process to deport yourself is basically if you want to deport yourself in a good way, it's to accept volunteer departure. Basically, if you are in removal, you can ask for it, the file for it prior to the removal hearing. If you don't have criminal record, stuff like that, the judge will grant you volunteer departure. At that point, you deport you within 30 days. You have to leave the country you go. That way, you can come back in a good way. But if you just leave on your own, with an order of removal, self-deport, you have a 10 years bar. Okay. Yeah, like if you just live on your own, you have a 10 years bar, especially if you've been order removed and you never left. You just leave, you have a 10 years bar. But if a person just want to leave because they don't care anymore, yeah, it's better to leave on your own than to get detained and all that, because you don't know where they're putting people. Now that they're trying to have now that people have now I think they're trying to build something in Guatemala or Guantanamo somewhere, but you never know where they're going to put people, how people are going to be treated over there. So if you feel like I'm just done with the country, I just want to leave, that's up to you, to decide. But if you have a court hearing and you want to get volunteer departure, you have to talk to your lawyer about it. Okay. Let me share this one, the work permit that was approved. Let me hide this information first. I just want to see so you can know how long it took. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this work permit renewal. Work permit renewal. Yeah, this work permit was filed on August. This is a renewal, right? C8, asylum pending, renewal. Because I usually have a question, how long it's going to take, how long it's going to take. This particular one was filed on August online. No, paper filing. Paper filing was filed on August 2nd, 2024. With priority date August 2nd, 2024, and approved on the 25th of January. So pretty much September, October, November, December, January. 5 months. 5 months, approved in 5 months. So it's pretty much case by case basis at this point. 5 months it was approved. That's a good news for this particular person, client of mine. I saw it yesterday. I was like, wow. I was even surprised. Like, then I had another request of evidence for another work permit. I was like, really? What did we do wrong? Yeah, so I just have to respond to it. What else we have here? Yeah, you can look at the policy action. Let me put this link for what is going on. Always look for policy actions. Let me stop sharing here. Stop sharing. Yeah, that's how you know what's going on. As of today, we have 89 policy actions under Trump 2.0. So you can follow through with those latest immigration news. Let me see what else I saw here. If you have a question, please put it in the comment, okay? I want to see if I missed something. Let's see if I missed something. Yeah, people are going to church. They're getting arrested in churches. That's crazy. Okay, what else we have? Yeah, those are the things that I wanted to talk about. Anybody else has a question? If there's no questions, I just have to stop. Yeah, if we don't have any more questions, I have to stop. IG, we don't even have anything here. Yeah, we don't have any more questions. Please like, please share. If we have more news this weekend, I'll come back on Sunday. If we don't have news, I will just come back on Monday. Meanwhile, if you follow me on TikTok and IG, I might break something. If I have something quick to break down, I'll break it there. What about someone with cats? Convention Against Torture, they should be protected. I don't think they will. In order to deport that person, they have to take that one away. You still have to go to court and stuff. They don't have time for that. Don't have enough resources for that. Do you deal with complicated cases? Yes. What is the case about? Thank you for your time. Yes. What is the case about? If you have a complicated case, you have to schedule a consultation so we can talk about it. Let me get you the link. if it's like a motion to reopen, why not? They're not taking any motion. ICE is not taking that. But if it's something else, then yes. J'ai donné, how much is the consultation fee? 175. That the link is right there. I just put the link under your question, okay? Well, yeah, I don't know. Emma Bergen, I don't know. Nobody can tell you when you're gonna get your interview because nobody really knows. Removal, but has VA. What is VA? VAWA. You have VAWA pending and you've already been order removed. Are you seeking to like reopen your case with ICE? Why not? They're not taking anything. You have to wait a little bit. Then renew it. What someone really forget to renew the work permit again? Then file for renewal. How about you file today for renewal? Okay. Pablo Das. Just file for a renewal. You get a receipt. Yeah, I can't do that because I really, I'm a solo practitioner. I can't really have a specific time to come. I only come when when I'm available. Yeah. I try to do that, but it just doesn't work for me. That schedule doesn't work for me. So the people just have to click the notification bell. When I'm live, they'll be notified. Like for now, I'm talking about if I'm not live on Sunday, I'll be live on Monday. At least you have an idea. I'm trying to be live in the morning. And sometimes I might be live around 6, but 6 p.m. it's kind of like I'm already tired, so I can't really respond correctly. That's why I'm trying to do it around noon or 11. So yeah, you just have to click the notification bell. Medical examination never get expired. If you got it, I believe after November 2023, then the answer is yes. With cat, nothing will happen to it unless the person has criminal record. Now maybe they might double check, but if a person has no criminal record, they don't have time for that because they have to go first of all after people who have order of removal, then criminals, then they don't have time to go reopen cat because if they want to take you for cat, they have to go back to court again, so they don't have time for that. Those people should be safe. Oh my God, my camera, why my camera does that? Why my camera does that? I don't know why my camera does that. Oh Lord, this is crazy. Hold on. Let me fix my camera, okay? I can't believe it. Why my lately my camera has been doing. Okay. I don't know why my camera is playing around. I don't know anything about technology. The process again is the same. You file for I-130. After I-130 is approved, you go back to ICE and see if they can reopen the case, if they can join the motion to reopen. So you can reopen and terminate removal proceedings and adjust status. It's difficult because it's up to ICE if they're going to join the motion or not. So if they don't want to join, you can try with the court. If the court reopen your case and terminate, then you can adjust status. If they don't, then you just stuck. That's just how it goes. What happened for people who are currently under TPS? People who are currently under TPS, for example, Venezuela TPS is gone. They no longer have TPS. Other people, TPS is under review. So it's going to be country by country. If we don't know if when the TPS gets expired, if it's going to be renewed, we don't know because TPS is under review. But for Venezuela, it's not going to renew. When it expires in April, that's it. So those people can either apply for, if you have a valid claim for asylum, you can apply for asylum, or you can get married to a U.S. citizen. Yeah. You want to terminate removal proceedings. Again, as I'm saying I just talked to you recently with this new memo. ICE is not taking any motion to reopen at this moment. So you have to wait a little bit. If we hear some good news, then, I mean, you can try to file it, but it's just like, it's better to wait a little bit because ICE is not entertaining that at this moment. So Washington, D.C. But my first consultation is on Zoom, okay? This is my consultation link. Yeah, bookmark it. When you're ready to do a consult, you can schedule it. The office is the physical office. It's in D.C. But my consultation are always on Zoom until if you decide to retain me, that's when we're gonna meet in person and discuss about your case. But if you just have questions about what's gonna happen, what can we do, yes, you can schedule a consultation. That's the link right there. Okay, you can schedule it. I have opening for Monday. Ooh, what else? Okay, we have questions here. Question. Sketchisky. It is advisable for someone out of status to apply for U.S. citizen children passport. Someone out of status apply for a passport for their U.S. citizen. Yes, because you're applying for the U.S. citizen, not for you, right? And with what's going on, you should apply for this U.S. citizenship right away for the child, because things are gonna get tricky. But the thing is, if you have criminal records and you have order of removal, if you go to present yourself in such area, maybe they can get you there. So it just depends on your specific case. Yeah, the child was born here. Yeah, the child was born here. You should apply for their U.S. passport. So why you're not applying? Because sometimes you have to go physically with the child to apply for it. Is that why you're afraid to go to apply? What is your concern, basically? Fear. Do you have criminal record? Do you have criminal record? If you have criminal record, then don't go in those public places. They might take you there. Do you have order of removal? Okay, you don't have criminal record, you don't have removal order, then I don't see a problem, because people go to apply at the post office. So I don't see a problem. Yeah, then why are you afraid then? The question is, why are you afraid? Okay. Whew. We are almost done. We're almost done. I mean, that's a legit, sketchy cry. That's a legit concern. Anybody will be concerned. Um, so, I mean, I agree. Anybody would be concerned. So I don't know, if you don't feel comfortable, then don't do it. You can do it later, because the child was already born. So even if the citizenship, the ending birthright citizenship becomes law, it's not for that child, because that child is already born. It's going to be for moving forward, okay, starting February 19th. So, but that executive order is on pause, at least for now. But even if it becomes law, it's not going to affect your child specifically, because your child was already born. So it's going to affect, if it becomes law, it's going to affect newborns, especially those who will be born after February 19th. So not you. So, but if you just have a legit concern about the climate that we're in, then you have to go with your gut feelings, right? If you don't feel comfortable, don't go. You can do it later. Okay, this is it. We are done for the day. Okay, we talked about the three major news, especially the Riley Act. That's very important. Gotta know your rights, because right now, anybody with undocumented with crimes, theft related crimes, or crime of violence will be detained, mandatory detention, and deported. That's it. So yeah, so don't be going causing trouble or getting trouble with the law. It's just not going to turn well. So that's the only thing I wanted to say. um I just want to be ready in case we need to relocate to another country. Yeah, if you want to be ready, then just get it. Okay, just get it. Just get it. But if you're too afraid, then you don't want to go somewhere and get arrested. You know what I mean? So that's just gonna depend on yourself, how you feel, how comfortable you feel to go. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let me stop here first of all on IG, then I'm gonna stop on YouTube as well. You should have your work permit. You should have your work permit with you and your DACA approval notice. You should have your work permit and your DACA approval notice with you all the time. Yeah, that's how you prove it. Your work permit is enough. It's gonna show the status. And then your approval notice too, if you want to have more stuff. Because those eyes are getting really confused, arresting people left and right. You really want to have your documents so that you don't waste your time in detention. Because by the time you go defend yourself in detention, you're gonna be traumatized, you're gonna waste money, and you're gonna waste like emotion. You're gonna be emotionally distressed. So it's just better to have your document. As simple as that. Yeah. I have all my documents. Like everywhere I go, I have my document with me now because I don't want to get traumatized. Because they don't care who they arrest. You just have to show them the paper, then they leave you alone. You got it? Thank you very much. We are going to continue this conversation. Meanwhile, if anybody need a consultation with me, strongly encourage you to schedule one. Consultation link is right there on the comment section. It's on my bio. It's everywhere. Just schedule it. You don't need to be calling me. Just schedule it. We're gonna talk once you schedule it. Okay. Know your rights, of course. Follow me on all platforms because if I'm not live here, I can break the news on TikTok. I can make slides on IG. I have a Facebook page, but nobody wants to follow there. But please follow there as well because you never know if something is down, we can go there. So that's it. We are done. I'm here with a visa. Well, then you are invalid status. If you have a valid visa, then you should be fine, right? Okay, thank you very much. Till next time, bye-bye.